Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone show. I am your co-host, Mr. Stephen Buster, along with the one, the only, the most illustrious co-host, Mr. Michael Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Good morning to all you geeks out there in Geekdom Land.
Hey, everybody. We are so excited because we have new technology that we're trying to learn and use today. We've been using StreamYard. We've switched over to StreamYard and absolutely love it and adore it.
Yes.
But we're now allowed to where we're to the point where we can add more stream locations. So not only on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and our Twitch page, but we're also on our personal Facebook pages. So it's pretty crazy stuff. We're having a lot of fun with this. So, all right. Well, with that being said,
we've added multicam to it too, which I'll demonstrate.
We can do multicam now. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So I'm enjoying it. I think it's a lot of fun. And, well, with that today, everybody, as you can tell, we are going to talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. But before we get there, we're going to talk, news and our Geekdar and, just kind of have a hoot on all the kind of stuff that's happening and going in. So, Angie came in and said, hey, gang, just wanted to pop in and say hello. Angie's not behind the scenes with us today. She's busy. I don't know why she's busy because she should be busy with us. No, I'm just kidding.
I think she went to a Amy Grant concert last night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I remember, right? I believe that's what she had told us. So
yeah, very cool.
Going to Amy Grant, but anyway, that's pretty cool.
Well, I guess Amy Grant concert can come ahead of us. No, I'm just kidding. Oh gosh.
So we ready for some geeky news?
Yeah, let's get into this. There's some interesting things that happened. I'm going to get your take. Go for it.
Okay, so geeky news today. We know that James Gunn has come in and I guess disrupted the fractured DC universe.
Right.
Made some decisions that people still are shaking their heads and kind of questioning and don't know what's going on. And, and that's true for us here at Two Geeks also. We're like, okay, all right, cool. I mean, I am looking forward to the changes he's going to make. There's some things I am concerned with, but moving forward, I think he has the product, the overall good of the product in mind, and I think that's the important thing at this point. So, so news reports are saying that James Gunn has canceled Aquaman 3, which I believe that's true. I believe that is happening, but the rumor is the reason he's canceling it is to swap Jason Momoa from the Aquaman character to playing Lobo.
Now, that's the rumor. Did they confirm that?
There has still not been
as Lobo,
yes,
excuse me.
There still has not been an official confirmation other than certain things that James Gunn has commented on Twitter and certain things that Jason Momoa has stated in different interviews. So,
okay.
I think we're pretty solid to say it's going to happen. I mean, there's always a possibility that, this could not pan out, but I don't know. I think this is going to happen. I really do. Especially with the news that he's canned Aquaman 3. And Aquaman was a pretty good success. The first movie was a good success. Hard to say if the second's going to be or not. We'll find that out next year.
Right.
But I think with all the controversy between what's her face, Amber Heard. All the controversy with her.
Hurt. Hurt. I think you're right, Megan. Hurt does work just as well. Amber Hurt.
Most people say turd.
Right.
Well, I think with the controversy surrounding her, and I think they've pulled lots of her parts out of the film. I got a feeling. Yeah, this news of them canceling the third Aquaman film, I think it's true. I think it's happening, and I think that's a good spot for James Gunn to go. Okay, well, we're going to end the Aquaman character, and we're going to bring in Lobo.
Yeah.
I think Lobo will be right within James Gunn's wheelhouse,
Yes. Yeah. I would agree. Based upon Peacemaker.
Yeah.
The Peacemaker show. I would agree. Yes. Yeah.
So,
real quick though, I think we need to recognize your wife's comment here. I think he would do a great job as Lobo, but no more shirtless scenes as Aquaman. Is sad.
Don't worry, you'll get shirtless scenes of Lobo. Same actor anyway.
Oh, and she's got a good question. Why don't you explain this? What, technically who, is Lobo?
Lobo is the intergalactic bounty hunter that killed his entire own race and just roams the galaxy,
on a motorcycle.
Yeah, on a speeder bike, more or less.
Yeah,
almost like a Star Wars speeder bike that he roams around, and he's just basically a mercenary, a galactic mercenary, a gun for hire is what he is. Lobo is kind of a sort of a funny. He's similar to Deadpool in some ways. He's
sarcastic.
Similar. Yeah, he's very sarcastic,
rough.
Extremely rough. Yeah. Other than that, it's hard to really pin him down. But
now, does he and Superman have a tiff?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. and yeah, I would love to see a Lobo versus Superman. Well, let me state this. I would love to see a Lobo versus Henry Cavill Superman.
There you go.
Still don't know where we're going with Henry Cavill either. Oh my gosh, there's so much controversy surrounding that choice too. So.
Right.
I wish DC just get into making movies and get out of this crap that's going on. Let's just get back to making movies.
It's almost like the third trilogy of Star Wars. It's almost like there's no direction of what's happening and where's it going.
Oh man, you're taking away all hope now.
We need a new hope.
See, Star Wars, the original trilogy was A New Hope, and Star Wars, the third trilogy was, we lost all hope.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to get you on a tangent there, but go ahead.
No, that's pretty much all I got for the news.
Wait, what? Okay.
Oh,
cool.
Wait.
That's up for news? Okay.
Did you want to say something else?
No.
Okay. Right.
Well, I know part of that is for sure Wonder Woman 3 is done.
Oh, yeah.
It's not moving forward.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that is confirmed. Wonder Woman 3 is not happening. Even Patty Jenkins has confirmed.
And that was in the Hollywood Reporter. I love the Hollywood Reporter. Most of the time their stuff is square on. So
yeah, I would say they're a fairly good source. So
I think every other geeky outlet follows the Hollywood Reporter.
I keep my eye on them. Screen Rant, Comic Book News.
What about Collider? Do you do Collider too?
Yeah, I keep my eye on Collider too. I think those are all fairly good sources, So a lot of news you'll hear is kind of repeating what they say.
Yeah, I will say this. So everybody, just before we went on, we thought we were going to be a little bit late, and that was my fault because we saw Emergency Awesome, who we love on YouTube. Just love Emergency Awesome, Charlie and his team, and he did released a video last night saying about Batman Beyond, And
I hate to say it, but that was a bit of clickbait there.
It was.
I'm disappointed with Charlie.
Yeah, because we thought,
punched us, man.
Right. They're like, Batman Beyond was discovered to be in the middle of production, kind of a thing during all this.
Secret works. Yeah. And then
but
no real details.
Yeah, kind of a thing. But all I'm going to say is real quick, if they do it, I'm in. And especially if they do Michael Keaton as the old Bruce Wayne, I'm in.
But with the current situation at DC, we don't even know if that can happen.
Because,
I mean, they were talking about Bruce Wayne becoming the actual Batman of the, current Justice League, which I'm not against that. I love Michael Keaton. I think he's the best Batman. But now there's talk that Keaton's done too. So I don't know where we lie in the TCU.
Right.
I don't know what's going on, man? I'm so confused.
Right. Well, what's the other thing as far as news goes? Or is this Geekdar?
We're still on news. We haven't moved to Geekdar yet.
Okay.
So if you want to share one more thing.
Well, I don't know if it counts as Geekdar or not. It may be Geekdar. All right, let's do it. Let's go to Geekdar. We'll go to Geekdar.
All right. Moving on to Geekdar.
See, Roger's bringing it up.
You don't need that, Private. We're right here. Now, what is it? Now, what is it? I'm having trouble with the radar, sir. What's wrong with it? I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps. The what? The what? And the what? You know, the bleeps. The sweeps. And the creeps. That's not all he's lost.
Well, okay, so technically I have one thing that's tied to you and one separate thing. And Roger brought it up as a news alert, and this is what I wasn't for sure about, was Kevin Conroy still voicing Batman.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would have counted on the news. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, no, that's okay. Well, I'm still working my way through Gotham Knights, and it's going to take me a long time, probably.
Right. So I guess we're sliding back into the news for a second. So yes,
sort of.
There was an announcement about was it Suicide Squad?
It's called Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Correct. And the graphics on it look phenomenal. It's done by Rocksteady Studios, who are the ones who did the Arkham series of Batman games.
Nice.
And so it's going to be fabulous. And so you're following Suicide Squad. But in there, the trailers that they've had before have all been like the Flash looks like he's possessed or something. And so you're the villains having to go after the heroes, but the heroes are actually bad guys or something to that effect. And so the newest trailer that got released at the Game Awards this week, they released a trailer, and at the end of the trailer, it was Batman. And
not just any Batman.
That's correct. It was being voiced by the Batman, Kevin Conroy. And so it's been revealed that this was his last project, his last Batman project.
Dude, that is bittersweet.
It is bittersweet. With him doing it. It's great because he's always the voice that I will always associate with Batman.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think it's pretty cool. So,
well, I'm saying it now. I think once that game is released, we got to get with Sage Page Omega and get him over here and get his take on that game.
Right.
So that and the new Star Wars game, Jedi Survivor with Cal Kesna. I think that one we also got.
That's the other game that they popped in. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So look for future shows with Sage Page Omega and reviewing those games. All right.
Yep.
Ready to move on to Geekdar?
I'm ready.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, cool. Okay. So, hey, everybody, last weekend, right after we finished the show that day, Kill and I thought we'd try to watch the new Netflix show Wednesday.
Brendan and I just watched it.
Did you guys watch all the episodes?
Yep. We
couldn't stop. I couldn't believe, like, we'd watch one here, another two late at night, and we got through them all. I loved this show.
Nice.
I really enjoyed it. I love the sarcasm of Wednesday. I love just the different kind of characters there were. The mystery was okay, so. I don't want to spoil anything, but I could see it coming a mile away, kind of a thing. And
did you see the meme I just posted yesterday? The origin of Thing.
Oh no!
The origin of Thing is when Darth Vader cuts off Luke's hand.
It's Luke's hand rolling around.
That's now in my head canon, by the way.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. So I really enjoyed it. I don't know if we want to do a separate review of it or not, just a short review or something at some point, but it was well worth watching. It was good.
I agree. It was enjoyable. I liked it. There were some things I didn't care for Wednesday. But overall I thought she was really good. I thought it was fun. It was a little different than the original feel of the Addams Family, slightly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it had Tim Burton written all over it.
Oh my gosh, did it ever?
Right?
Yeah, this is right up Tim Burton's alley. So
I was kind of hoping to get it, and Danny Elfman did the music again. So I thought, I wonder if there's going to be a Batman '89 reference in here somewhere.
Not that I caught. Nowhere that I caught. There was some reference. Man, I can't remember what. I might have to rewatch it, and then we'll have to do a recap of it or something.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay,
so, that's mine. Go for it.
All right. So I got two things on my Geekdar. One of them just came up earlier this week, and I didn't know about it until a couple days ago. But the first one actually has been brewing for a while. The first one's a music piece. I love me some rock and roll, blues infested rock and roll. I love that style of music. And there's one artist in particular that I really like. His name is Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Kenny Wayne Shepherd was a newcomer back in around 96, 97. He released his huge platinum album, Trouble Is. And just this past week, Trouble Is turned 25, and he re-released the album, re-recorded it. Normally, I'm not a big fan of artists re-recording their previous album. I usually generally tend to stick to the original album, but man, he is like fine wine, dude. I have been listening to Trouble Is 25 almost all week this week. It's so
right.
He sounds so great. And Kenny Wayne has some connections to Batman Beyond, and I did not realize this till this week. So Kenny Wayne Shepherd actually played the guitar part on the closing sequence for Batman Beyond.
Really?
Yes. I didn't know that. I was like,
whoa.
Wow. Yeah, I loved it. I was like, oh, that is
interesting.
Incredible. And you know how much I like Batman Beyond. So. All right. So that was the first part of my Geektar. So earlier this week, I got a message from a coworker, and he informed me that he was going to give me something for Christmas and asked me if I was going to be at our department Christmas party, which was yesterday afternoon. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be there. He's like, great. He's been working from home, and he says, I'll be by the office on Friday before we go to the department party. I said, okay, great. He shows up at my desk. He's like, I'm here. I'm like, yeah, I see that. He goes, so I got something for you. I was like, okay, where is it? He goes, it's out in my car. Oh, okay. Why didn't you bring it in? Well, it's a little bit big and cumbersome, and I didn't want to bring it in. I'd rather transfer it from trunk to trunk. I was like, okay, color me intrigued. What did you bring? And I go out to his car, and he pulls out a gigantic Sideshow collectible box. Yeah, that was pretty much my reaction. I'm like, what did you do? So he pulls out this box and he informs me that it is a Sideshow collectible of The Mandalorian. And I will switch to our second camera.
Oh, here, yeah. Let me.
I got it. And there it is, all in its fabulous, fantastic glory. This thing is about, I think, 16 inches tall.
Oh, so you're not talking about the little ones in front, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm talking about that big gigantic thing in the background there. Yeah, the little ones actually are that's my retro Mandalorian and retro Grogu, and they are 3 3/4 inch. So just to give you a little bit of an idea.
Oh my goodness,
this thing is. And you can see Grogu is floating in the prim next to him, which is pretty cool. It's connected to his cape, so it's a nice way to make him appear like he's actually floating.
He's floating, yeah.
I love it. So
yeah, look at that.
That thing is incredible. It's amazing. It's freaking huge, but it's amazing. And the cool thing is, you can't see it from this shot, and I don't have a good shot of it. But the base that he's standing on, it looks kind of like the surface of, like, I don't know, Tatooine or something like that.
Right.
Anyway, but if you look at the detail in the carving in the
base
of the rock that he's standing on, it actually looks like the Mandalorian symbol kind of incorporated into the formation of the.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's pretty freaking cool, man. It's nice. So that, folks, is my Geekdar.
Right on. Love it. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful piece right there.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. A lot.
What, Megan?
I have something.
You have something?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Geekdar?
Yes. Well, I'm using it as Geekdar.
Okay, well, come in.
We need to bring you on screen. Go for it.
So, one of my favorite YouTubers has done this for the past 3 or 4 years. Talking about Jacksepticeye. He does a stream in December, a charity stream, and he calls it Thankmas instead of like Christmas.
Thankmas. Oh, cross between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Ah, cute. I like that. Okay.
So his stream is going to start at, I know it's 10 a.m. for us, for Central.
Okay.
All the other times.
That's all right. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time.
So
9 a.m. for me.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
His mountain.
Yeah.
There.
But it's on his YouTube channel. And I have the Tiltify link, which is the donation page that they use. If you're okay with me posting the link.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I will put it in the comments, and I'll throw it in the comments again at the end.
Okay.
But they're donating to World Central Kitchen this year, and World Central Kitchen is a nonprofit organization that is first to the front lines, providing fresh meals in response to cries while working to build resilient food systems with locally led solutions. Applying a model of quick action, leveraging local resources, and adapting in real time, WCK has served more than 200 million nourishing meals around the world. So they help with crisis meals. So I just wanted to pop in and talk about that.
Cool. Okay.
Right on. That's
all
cool.
Right.
Now, who's that with again? Who's
Jacksepticeye?
Oh, I got it. Okay, there it is. Right on. That's cool. What a neat cause. I like that. Sorry, I was looking it up, trying to see if I could find which one it is. So
Megan actually went and seen him live too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
years.
It's been a few years, but yep.
Yeah, he did a tour in 2018 or 19. And it was the How Did We Get Here tour. And he's a YouTuber, so it was mostly just talking. But it was really cool, and that was a fun night.
Cool.
Very neat. Very neat. Okay, cool. Thank you, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we ready for our main event?
I'm ready.
All right.
It's time for the main event.
Well, I told you last week that since you were making up your own sound effects for the main event one, that I was going to come up with a sounder, and lo and behold, I did.
Right? That's a lot of fun. Oh gosh.
So that's our official stinger for the main event. So
Nice.
all right. Our main event today is Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I got to say, I love the fact that they call this the Holiday Special. I think they are literally playing off the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Agreed.
All right. Thumbs up to Disney on that
James,
one.
that was James Gunn.
Was that James? Yeah, I guess it would be James Gunn. Okay, he needs to be bringing that creativeness over to the DCU, but we'll avoid that right now. I won't go back into that.
Right.
So, first off, what are we using as our scale on this?
Kevin Bacon's.
Oh, that was my wife's comment, wasn't it?
I don't know. Let me see.
Oh, no. Oh, you just said that? You didn't? Oh, I thought you were reading the comments.
Oh no,
My wife said that earlier.
Oh, did she really?
Yes, she did. Okay,
Oh,
all right.
that's
All right,
awesome.
we'll go Kevin Bacon's then. So
Right on, Kevin Bacon's.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Do I take off every point for every time I Steven skipped?
Oh God. Oh my Lord.
In all fairness, it's a cute story. It's got some heart kind of to it. There is goofiness in it, so it's a nice one. I'd give it 7 out of 10 Kevin Bacon's.
Okay. All right. I will give it 8 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
I liked it. I thought it was fun. We actually watched it twice.
Whoa.
I don't know if I would make this a yearly watching one.
Okay.
It's definitely worth watching once.
Okay.
Especially if you're a Guardians fan.
If you are, you've got to watch it. Yeah. Because there's some stuff I bet is going to carry over into the next movie.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. I mean, we got a couple reveals in this, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you are a Guardians fan, you should be watching this because I think some things definitely are going to carry over into part 3. So yeah, it's almost like 2.5 or
right.
maybe 2.25. I don't know. It's somewhere in between 2 and 3 though. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Nice Christmas spirit to it. Couple little surprises. Obviously Kevin Bacon makes an appearance and I did not expect that. And I thought the Kevin Bacon storyline was freaking hilarious.
It was good.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. That was so good. So that alone, I think elevates this whole thing. And then we got a nice performance out of Kevin Bacon. Got a good music performance out of him. If people don't realize it, Kevin Bacon does have a band. Him and his brother do the Bacon Brothers band. And they are still doing music to this day. And then the band that was featured, well, I don't know if they were actually the ones that were on screen, but the song was by a band called the Old 97s. And then Kevin Bacon fronted it. So, yeah, I don't know if they were actually the band, all the aliens and stuff, I don't know if that was actually them.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was just a fun little Christmas movie or Christmas story, I should say.
It was a fun little Christmas movie. Yes. I'll give it that. Yes, absolutely.
So, anyway, quit playing my other stupid camera. I don't know why I'm worried about it anyway. I'm done with that shot, so no big deal.
Oh, so Brian said that's James Gunn's band.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. So the Old 97s is James Gunn band or just the band that was on screen?
He said the Old 97s, and then he said that's James Gunn's band. Hi, Brian. Great to have you here.
Oh, yes. Brian and the Three Geeky Dads. He's in the chat, as he usually is, bringing some knowledge to Two Geeks and learning something. Yeah, I thought the band was good. I loved how they go up to Peter and they're like, hey, we want you to listen to this. We got a song for you and stuff. And he's like, okay. And they start singing. He's like, yeah, not bad. All right, I gotta go. How long is this song? It was hilarious. The song was funny. It was great. I loved going through the Santa Claus lore in the song, and Peter's like, "Wait a minute, that's not right. That's not in the lore." Like what was he saying? Santa Claus,
right?
A flamethrower.
Something about flamethrower and oh man, I can't think. Oh shoot, I should.
Yeah, it was like killing elves and all kinds of crazy stuff. And that was fun.
Or having elves do his bidding, and I don't know.
Right.
It was freaking hilarious, though.
I thought it was funny where Brenda said she was saying we just found these earth instruments, and I'm like, and you can play them that well. I mean, they played that off too. Even Quill was like, he's like,
yeah, it was a great joke.
Right. Oh yeah, there you go. Here's some other stuff. Brian says the elf uprising.
Oh yeah, that's right. The elf uprising.
And then Brenda toasting his chestnuts. Yeah, it was like, whoa, this song started nice, and then now it just took a crazy turn. And I love it where Quill's like, that's not what happened. You know?
That's not in the lore.
Right. That's how I said, yeah.
I loved it. That was funny.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. And then you have this whole plot line with Manta and Drax, and Manta wanting to give Peter the perfect Christmas because she felt that Yanto had destroyed Christmas for Peter, because they had the little animated clip. I like that too. That was a nice way to incorporate Yanto into it, or Yandu into it, since he has died. But and it was
Yandu.
Sorry, Yandu. And it was Michael Rooker's voice too that did the animated Yandu.
Yeah. So let me ask you about the animation real quick.
Yeah.
Did it remind you of anything?
It was very 2D, and it felt similar to the Star Wars holiday special.
It also reminded me of the whole old Rankin Bass Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit animation way back then.
I think those might be done by the same companies, actually. Maybe.
Oh.
I'd have to look.
I don't know.
That,
I'm just saying that's what it reminded me. When I first saw it, my brain immediately went to the old Rankin Bass, the Hobbit cartoon animation.
Honestly, I wish Zig was in the chat, because Zig might know better. Because Zig just did an episode on some of the older animations and such. And I think he talked about the one that created the holiday special animation. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that. It had a feel of that. So I'll give you that one. I like the animation part. I thought that was cool. I thought that was a lot of fun, and showed you how angry Yondu is. And ruining Christmas for Peter. But yeah, so Manta wants to give Peter the perfect Christmas, and she feels, I don't know, her reasoning was kind of weird to me, because she's like, well, I feel bad. I feel bad because of my secret. And then of course Drax is like, you mean that you ate all the whatever it was that she which is hilarious, because he kept going on and on about eating whatever that was, that candy or whatever. I forget what it was. But she's like, no, then she reveals that Ego is actually her father, along with Peter's father. Right. Now, did we learn that in the last film?
Brian said that was Zara nuts.
Zara nuts, that's right. Zarnuts.
It's Zara nuts.
You ate all the Zarnuts. That was so funny. Or Zarg nuts. That's it. Zarg nuts.
Zara. Yeah. Zarg. Thanks, Brian. Sorry about that.
You ate all the Zarg nuts. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Was that revealed in the last movie that
I don't remember.
Manta's father too? Or is that
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, Brian, I hate autocorrect too.
Right. Zarg nuts.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I watched it, so I don't know if that was just revealed in this. That's why I'm saying if you're a Guardians fan, you might want to watch this, because I feel that Brian said no, it wasn't. He confirmed it. Okay, good. So yeah, if you are spoiler alert, sorry. And I just see the little wow face up in our little emoji, so I don't know if I spoiled it for somebody. I hope I didn't, but okay. So
do we need to say, hey, spoiler
alert,
alert, spoilerific territory is happening now?
We're a little late for that, but that's okay.
That we are. I'm looking. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here because I'm still trying to find the production company. One of the things that Brian had said was it was Nelvana from Canada did the animation for the Star Wars holiday special.
Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't the same company that did the Hobbit stuff.
The Hobbit stuff.
I felt it felt like the holiday special to me. It just, I don't know. It had that feel.
I think more importantly, it was, what would the animation been like when Quill was that age?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. And that looked spot on for that, because that would have been the 70s, late 70s. And yeah, that's what all the Super Friends look like, which would have been, oh gosh, now I can't think of the production company that did the Super Friends.
I don't remember. Brian said The Hobbit was done by Ralph Bakshi.
Okay, I'll take his word on that one.
Right. Man, he's got some knowledge.
I told you he's going to learn us. Thanks, Tito. He does a better job than Tito does on their show.
Nah, Tito does great on their show.
No, Tito's fired. Brian got it.
Yep. Hanna-Barbera.
Thank you. Yes,
Hanna-Barbera. Friends.
I don't know why I couldn't think of Hanna-Barbera.
Because we're getting older.
Okay, don't remind me. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera. That's a perfect comparison to the animation that we saw in this. And yeah, that would be right up at the time that he would have been a youngster at that age. So
right.
Good comparison. So anyway, so she's feeling bad because she finds out that Ego's her father and she hasn't told Peter about it. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. This is why she wants to give him a perfect Christmas. I thought that her reasoning was strange, but whatever. They needed a reason to go after Kevin Bacon.
Which was great.
Which was freaking hilarious. So they decide they're going to go to Earth and get Kevin Bacon because Quill has built it up in their heads that Kevin Bacon is this tremendous Earth hero and all this stuff because of, all the movies that he's done and everything. And I'm a big fan of Kevin Bacon's work too. I love a lot of his characters and stuff, so I get it. But I love it when they show up at his house. Oh, well, before they do that, they show up in Hollywood looking for Kevin Bacon. Mm-hmm. And they're walking the streets. And, in Hollywood, people go up and down the streets with the costumes and people are, paying to get pictures taken with different characters and all this stuff. And then she sees Cap and she's like, Steve! He runs up to him and jumps on him and hugs him. And then he takes off running. She's like, why is he running?
Right.
And Jack's like, I don't know. I thought it was great. I love that.
Yeah.
But then they make all this cash from taking photos with people who have no clue who they are.
Right.
And then what do? They blow it on alcohol. and the two of them go party. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
So then they're sitting there and just kind of moaning over the fact that they wasted all their money on alcohol and partying, and now they have no money left, and they still don't know where Kevin Bacon is. And this woman reveals that she has all the maps to the stars, and for $40 she'll give him a map of the star to the stars. Which I thought was a ripoff to begin with.
Right. But at least they got Kevin Bacon's address.
Right. Well, and then she used her power on her and made her give it to her, which I thought was hilarious. So yeah, then they get Kevin Bacon's address, which, by the way, I got to question whether any of those really are really their houses, or do they just,
right.
Anyway, I don't know. I've never been to Hollywood. I have no idea. So yeah, I love it when they end up at Kevin Bacon's house, though. And she's pretty much drunk as a skunk. And she's ringing his doorbell, yelling, "Kevin Bacon!" and Kevin Bacon's like, "What the heck is going on?"
Right.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious. And then he hangs up on her, because it's like the ring, sort of like the Ring doorbell thing.
Right.
And he hangs up on her, and she gets mad at Drax and blames him. "You acted weird, and Kevin Bacon won't talk to us no more."
Yeah. Right. And then I love it how he throws her over the gate.
Yeah, as she's planning it out. "What if you threw me over the whoa?" And he just picks her up, throws her, which is so Drax, Right. I mean, it fit the character perfectly. And then she gets mad at him. She's like, "You didn't even give me a chance to look. You said throw you over. Now you're complaining about what do you want?" I mean, they were like the odd couple, in this. They were so good.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice analogy. Yeah.
It's just so funny. I think they were the perfect two to send on this crazy, insane quest.
Right. Who knew the MacGuffin would be Kevin Bacon?
Which is still mind-blowing to me. I think that's really the reason this whole thing is so fun.
Right.
It's just the whole idea that they're trying to bring Kevin Bacon as a Christmas present to Quill.
Right.
I mean,
now the nice thing is now you've got Kevin Bacon in the Marvel universe.
This is
and
true.
So we have now expanded our 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon game.
Oh my God.
6 degrees of separation.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's a great connection. Oh, wow. Boy, I haven't played that game in a long time. Now we got so many more connections. Oh my gosh.
Now we just need to get Kevin Bacon into the DC universe, and oh my goodness, Crisis of Infinite Kevin Bacon universes.
Well, yeah, I mean, James Gunn directed all this, so hey, maybe he's got connections.
Yeah. So wasn't Kevin Bacon also the bad guy in? Which one was it?
Gosh, I don't remember. I know he's been bad guys before.
Yeah, he makes a good bad guy.
Oh, shoot.
Yep. Okay. Now we got to look it up because now it's going to drive me crazy. Kevin Bacon.
Where's Brian?
I know, right? It's going to drive me crazy. Dun 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 dun.
That's a short drive, right?
Aren't you funny?
Kevin Bacon.
X-Men movies. That's right. He was in X-Men. So technically he was
yeah.
already in the Marvel universe.
Look at that. Brian did come through for us.
Thanks, Brian. You rock. Oh, hey,
Brian.
Happy early birthday, Brian. When's your birthday? He was chatting with Brenda, saying your birthday's coming up soon.
Yep.
And then he goes, also his is coming up soon.
Well, and we forgot to mention last week, this past Sunday was Megan's birthday. And we forgot to
Right.
mention her on the show last week. So happy late birthday to our very own Megan.
Megan, happy belated birthday. Man, December is a crazy geekdom birthday month for the two geeks realm.
That's because all of us cool people were born in December. Brian? I'm sure Brian will agree with me. So yeah, they get into Kevin Bacon's his yard or whatever.
Right.
Then they start stealing his decorations. I want this funny little man.
Yeah.
Drax steals the elf.
Right.
And Manta steals one of the candy canes. And then they try ringing his bell again, and he's just like, "Oh my god, these people don't go away." And then he's like, "Wait a minute, put my decorations down."
Step away from my decorations.
And then what
Back away.
happens? Drax busts through the window next to the door. And then Kevin Bacon's losing his mind.
Right.
See, I thought that was funny. I thought that was great. Now, since we're talking about the Kevin Bacon,
yes,
there is a connection there between Kevin Bacon and us now.
Oh,
or there's about to be, because
okay.
we're going to do our special. This is a good time to mention that we're going to do our special Ko-fi only. So if you are a Ko-fi subscriber to Two Geeks and a Microphone, we are having a special event next Saturday, December 17th.
Yes.
And we are going to view Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Yeah.
Guess what Kevin Bacon was watching on television?
No.
Yes, he was. He was watching Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't catch it at first. Brenda pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh my God. There were two scenes that you actually saw clips from Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. So, yeah, Kevin Bacon was watching it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
We're going to have to show. I'll get screenshots of that so we can.
We'll have to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, going back to us, if you are a Ko-fi subscriber, if you're not a Ko-fi subscriber, $1 will get you into the event. So just $1. So
right. So
love to have you.
Yeah, and in our Ko-fi page, everybody, it'll pop up as a webinar. Is how we're doing it, so that way you can come in and join us. It's kind of a new feature within StreamYard, and so we're going to test it out so that we can sit down and watch it and just riff on it, kind of a thing. So I'm not sure if we're able to bring everybody in as like we can see each other, or if it's just a webinar. But either way, we're going to get that link on our Ko-fi site.
But they should be able to see us actually streaming the film.
And they can comment and all that kind of stuff. Yes. Yep.
So please join us. It is going to be a fun time. Bring your coffee and your alcohol.
That'll be pretty early for coffee.
I'm gonna have me some spiked coffee, spiked with some Irish cream. I already have the Irish cream ready for it. So,
Brenda's asking what time for that event.
Good question. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay.
So we will film our regular episode like we are doing right now, which is at 9 a.m. Central Standard. And then we will, once we finish that, we'll take a short break, get things set up, and then 11 o'clock we will start the live stream for that.
All right, so that would be I'm making sure my date. Oop, I messed that up. That's not the 18th. Sorry, I got to edit that. Sorry, everybody.
It's 1 week from today. Today's
yes. Yes. Okay, there we go. Save it, and ta-da!
Awesome. So so that's Central Standard Time. I'm not going to figure out all the other times.
It's an hour and 20 minutes, I think.
I think so.
It's how long the movie is. So you can pop in and out whenever you want. I'm sure we'll be.
So it should be a fun time. So
it will.
All right. Good. So moving on. So
yes.
So yeah,
Kevin Bacon was watching Santa Claus and the Martians.
Conquers the Martians, and then they proceed to chase him down. He runs out of his house and runs down the street and calls the police. Police show up, and Drax and Manta are like, "We're not doing anything wrong. We're just going to take Kevin and give him away for Christmas."
Right.
I mean, this is the funniest darn thing ever. Just this whole storyline of them kidnapping Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I think that's one of the
my mind.
I think one of the biggest things about when you go to watch this is it's just ridiculous humor.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? The whole thing is
think
just
that's why I like it. I mean, if we didn't have this Kevin Bacon storyline, I think it probably would have sucked. It probably would have been terrible. But this just made it fantastic, you know.
Agreed.
And then she uses her power and
sleep.
Convinces him, well, you're going to come with us. And oh, hey, where are we going?
Oh, right. Yep.
All right, guys, you know.
Yeah.
And then they take him to a store, so they get all this stuff, you know, they get all the decorations and everything.
Yeah.
And then they're heading back to, I don't know, the planet that they're at. I don't know what that planet was. Nowhere?
Yes.
Okay. So they're heading back to nowhere. And on the way there, they come to the realization that Kevin Bacon's just an actor. He's a filthy actor.
Right.
That was so funny. Actors are I forget what the word was he used. Actors are something.
Well, I think they called him vile.
Yeah, vile. Actors are vile. I love it. That was great. Oh yeah. So yeah, they're going on about this, and then Kevin's like, you know, normally I'd be angry about all this, but for some reason I'm not. So there's part of him that realizes, wait a minute, they've made me do this.
Yeah, Brian added, he said, love that while they were in the ship, Kevin says he's Batman. And they're like, who?
Yeah. Well, first he starts doing the British accent, and Drax is like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm a British World War II hero. No, just talking your regular voice. And then that's when he starts the whole Batman thing. I'm Batman. Or am I Bruce Wayne? Who?
Right.
That was nice. That was really good. I like that.
That was good.
Oh my God. Oh, repugnant. That's what he said. Actors are repugnant. Dang, yeah, Brian's got a good memory.
I know. It was only just like less than 48 hours ago I watched it.
I know. And I watched it twice, dude. I can't remember all the lines like that.
Oh, gosh.
I bow to you, Brian. Good job. Anyway. So yeah.
Oh, Brian said he's watched it 4 times.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe that's why you remember it better than I did. Wow, Brian really liked this.
How do you have the time? You must be staying up late to watch it.
He's got a time machine.
I gotcha.
He just freezes time, watches movies, and goes on and stuff. He doesn't even have to Steven skip because of it.
Oh.
Speaking of that,
ouch.
did you Steven skip through Kevin Bacon watching? See that you missed details. That's why you didn't Steven skip. You know how many times you and I have had conversations and you're like, I don't remember that. And back then I didn't realize what was going on. Now I know why you don't remember it, because you didn't see it. That's why you don't remember it.
Right. To Brian's credit, no Steven skips in this show. None at all.
Yeah. I didn't do anything either. There was too much good stuff in this. I couldn't Steven skip this.
In all fairness, I would skip like 15 seconds ahead, and then I go like, oh, let me go back. So I go backwards 15 seconds.
Well, you should have went back when he was watching Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
I will look at that. Yes.
Steven skip. Oh gosh. Anyway, so yeah, now we get to nowhere, and then they start revealing all the Christmas decorations, and Peter's just like, wow, you guys did all this for me?
Yeah, and they even had snow.
Yeah, they even had snow. That was so cool. And then Groot brings out this big package.
Right.
Wrapped in a bow. And Peter, you see his face. His face is the best. Because he's got this big smile. And then all of a sudden you hear Kevin Bacon go, hey guys, I can't breathe in here. I mean,
it's human trafficking.
You see the wheels turning in Peter's head going, oh,
it was well
crap.
done.
What did they do? That was so freaking funny. And then he opens it up. And Drax is still clueless. I mean, Manta's already realizing, Peter's not happy with this. And Drax is just clueless as always. And he's like, we got you, Kevin Bacon.
Right.
He's an actor.
We don't hate him at all.
We don't hate him at all. It was so funny. And then Peter's all, you don't give humans for gifts.
Right.
Then, what's his face? The raccoon. When he's like, well, that's obviously what you get somebody who already has everything.
Right. And then he's like, that's a talking raccoon. And then, he
attacks him.
How dare you? Nobody calls me that.
Right.
And then you just get into the real just Guardians madness, you know. Catch Kevin Bacon. You can't run for me, Kevin Bacon.
Right. Oh yeah, because
you can't run for me, Bacon.
Well, that was the whole fun part where it's like, you used his powers on him, didn't you?
Right.
You used your powers on him.
And then she turns him back to normal.
And then he goes, now don't run.
Don't run. And then he runs. And my question is, where the hell is he going to run to?
Right.
He's on another planet. He doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. That was so funny. And then we have the heart, warming moment. Yeah, don't kill him,
Brian.
Yeah, when Peter tells him, "Don't kill him," that was great too.
That's when Nebula went after him.
Yeah, that's when Nebula said, "You can't run for me, Bacon," which made me think she's running after a pig. Bacon, pig.
Oink oink. No promises. There's the things that don't kill him. No promises.
Nebula's awesome. Oh yeah, that was another thing when they were playing the song at the end and Nebula's dancing. Did you see how just awkward she looked? Oh my gosh, she just looked so awkward. It was so funny. But yeah, we get the moment where he's in the ship with the one guy with the the thing on his head.
Yeah,
Krillian.
Yeah, Krillian. and I love it.
Which is played by Gunn's brother.
Oh, really? That's Gunn's brother? Okay, cool. And I love it when Kevin Bacon's like, what's the thing on your head? Well, it kind of controls an arrow, but I haven't quite worked it out yet. Excuse me. Goodness. Yeah, that was great. But yeah, and then he starts telling him about Peter's Christmas and so on and so forth, and Kevin has this moment of you know what, I got to teach these people about Christmas, and okay, I won't go home just yet, and comes back and plays a song with the band. And actually the song's pretty good. I like the song, something Christmas time, and it is on the old 97's albums because I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it is an actual song that they do. And not a bad song, actually.
Right.
I mean, the song at the beginning wasn't bad either. That one was just funny.
Right.
But this was actually a pretty decent Christmas song. Just nice, fun Christmas song. And it was good to see Kevin Bacon perform. And I really enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty cool. That's what Christmas means to me. Yes, that's right. Yes, that's it, Brian. And it is on one of old 97's albums. So
Very
yeah,
nice.
overall, I thought this was a pretty fun movie. You know, fun.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, fun. That's the great way to describe it.
Best way to say it. It reminded me of the old Christmas specials to a certain degree. I did enjoy the reveal at the end, or the confirmation that, you know, she was Mantis was his Quill's sister, and that was a nice, sweet moment. I was like, oh, it's got some heart to it, and all. So yeah, Brian, you are correct. Sean Gunn plays Kraglin and also does the mocap for Rocket. That's correct. Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's
he does. I've seen the behind the scenes. It's been great.
Neat.
You know, I first saw Sean Gunn in the old show Gilmore Girls, and he is stinking hilarious in Gilmore
Sorry,
Girls.
I Steven skipped the entire run of Gilmore Girls.
That's okay.
The entire series, I just Steven skipped it.
It's okay. But Sean Gunn was in it, and he was pretty funny.
Okay, cool.
And all that. But anyway, so the ending was good. Nice, heartfelt end.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to have some kind of
eye to Guardians 3.
For Guardians 3, yeah. Which the trailer just got released too, didn't it?
Oh, did it?
There's a Guardians 3 trailer that popped this week.
I'll have to check that out. I have not watched it yet. There's a couple trailers that dropped. I still haven't watched the Bad Batch trailer. Bad Batch season 2 dropped, and I haven't watched that. From what I've seen, it looks pretty good. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure the Guardians is going to be great. Because I enjoyed the first 2 Guardians. I thought they were great movies.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing about Guardians is I had no idea who the Guardians of the Galaxy was when that first movie came out. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to watch this. This looks
right.
weird. It just looks strange.
Yeah, this is Marvel.
I was like, what the heck is this? A talking raccoon? And I'm like, what is going on here? And I had some friends at work. I didn't see it till, I don't know, several weeks, into the run of that film. And I had a couple friends at work. They were like, dude, you got to go see this movie. You're going to love it. And I'm like, okay, all right. If you guys really, say it's that good, I'll go check it out. And I went and checked it out. I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. This movie is great. And I had no clue. So yeah, I had no idea. And that's kind of James Gunn thing. He likes to pick these obscure characters that people really don't know, because nobody outside of the hardcore Marvel fans knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Right.
And and he likes to pick these weird, obscure characters that no one has any idea of and just turn them into something.
Yeah.
And I think he's done a great job with Guardians. I think he did a great job with Suicide Squad 2. Because he picked some weird, obscure characters in there, I mean, who would have ever thought Polka Dot Man? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have never chose Polka Dot Man. And he was actually a great part of the movie,
Right. Well, I loved how James Gunn made characters like, you don't know if they're going to survive or not. He brought that in, and that was like, ooh, there's a little bit of weight to this film. You don't know who's going to survive or not.
And I think that's part of the idea of bringing in the obscure characters, because you could possibly kill them off and it not make, like if you obviously cannot kill Superman. You can't kill Batman,
right.
You can't kill Captain America, Spider-Man, those kind of things.
Uh-huh.
But he's bringing these obscure characters that nobody knows, and you could kill them off, and there is a weight to that. So I don't know. I think James Gunn makes some good choices, some very interesting choices that I never would have ever considered as a comic book fan. And he just kind of turns them into gold. He's kind of the Midas touch,
That's probably why they got him heading up DC.
Yeah, let's hope he can pull off that Midas touch for DC.
Yeah, I hope so. It's one of those things, I think, for me, is that James Gunn is a great director, but can he head up a studio? You know what I'm saying? We all have our niche. We all have those things that we're really good at. And they don't transition over to other things that may be closely related.
Well, it's the same thing they say about a lot of times in sports. Players don't always make great coaches.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Right. So just because you're a
great illustration,
great player, you might be the best. Like Michael Jordan, I think he tried his hand at coaching, and Michael Jordan was no good as a coach. But he's probably the greatest basketball player that ever lived.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone says about what's his face. Michael Jordan's still the best. Anyway,
he's good.
But yeah, he didn't translate great as a coach. But he's one of the greatest that ever lived. So ever played the game. So yeah, that's the big question. Can James Gunn transition from a great director into the head of a studio? Same scenario. So I hope he can make the transition. I hope he can do it. I hope he can pull it off and turn DCU around. But the future is remained to be seen. So not to bring the podcast on a down note. I don't want to do that.
No, I think there's great potential with Gunn. I'm willing to give it a shot. I've enjoyed him as a director. I'm willing to give it a shot. And I think it does bring some hope that maybe we can have a cohesive vision and direction.
Yeah, I
DC.
think he has a lot of great creative choices. So and that's just like saying, we brought up in the news the fact that Aquaman 3 has been axed, and the idea is to end the Aquaman character and transition Jason Momoa over to Lobo, which I think is a fantastic choice. Don't get me wrong. I love the Aquaman character in the movies. I thought Jason Momoa, and I can't say it, Momoa, he really brought a new respect to Aquaman, to that character, and he did a fantastic job. But I think he's going to be even better as Lobo, because I think you're going to see him.
Wait. He's going to be what?
He's going to be, much more better. Cheers. I don't think we even got it in this episode at all.
Right.
Yes, I think he's going to be much more better as because you're going to get to see him eat up the scenery. I really believe that. So what's Brian saying here? Yes, we brought that up.
We brought that up briefly in our news section, Brian. So at least we know when you actually came into the show. Thank you very much. I'm just Brian, I appreciate you. I love you, brother. I'm just having fun.
No, yeah, we did bring that up. That it has been axed, and Patty Jenkins did confirm that it's been axed. So I can say that's a definite yes.
Right. I'm on Eastern Standard Time.
Well, you can figure out the time yourself.
Oh gosh, that's awesome. That's so funny. So,
all right.
Well, with that, everybody. So, real quick, as we're closing out, I want to remind everybody about our own style mystery,
Science Theater
3000 style that we're doing for our Ko-fi supporters. Even if you just in at $1, we're going to post that on our Ko-fi page. We should have that here either today or tomorrow. Have that all set up and then send that out. Pretty excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so that's going to be next week at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Brian, for you, that is noon Eastern Standard Time. For me, it is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. After we do our morning show, we're going to do a special Ko-fi. It's kind of like our sci-fi. What's the word? Our own. We're doing our classic sci-fi, but with a Christmas twist, for this month. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I just want. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we kind of forgot somebody. We forgot a sponsor.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. It's all right. We'll get it next time. But hey, everybody, we now have an affiliate sponsorship along with Amazon Audible. Love it. I love having audiobooks and experiencing audiobooks. We actually, if you want to check it out, if you haven't tried Audible before, I encourage you to get a trial. You get a free 30-day trial. So you get to pick out one audiobook of your choice amongst thousands and thousands of books. And so go to this audibletrial.com/2geeks, TWOGEEKS. Go enjoy, pick out an audiobook for yourself. Just go to that website, sign up. You get free 30 days. You can cancel it or you can continue on. It's $15 a month. You get 1 credit. And with that credit, you can pick out any kind of title that you want. They also have the Audible Plus catalog, which is a whole bunch of freebies anyway, like classic audiobooks. I mean, we're talking about A Tale of Two Cities or 1984. I mean, George Orwell books. I mean, there's just all kinds of different ones that are there for you. Right now, I'm listening to Atomic Habits. And then I have enjoyed, though, my favorite, though, have been the Star Wars Shakespeare series by Ian Desher. Full orchestra, full cast, sound effects, the whole bit. If you want to hear Star Wars in Shakespearean format, style, framework, the bard, the minstrels, the whole bit, the soliloquies, everything is in there as of any Shakespearean play, but it's Star Wars. So it's like re-listening to the movies, and it's hysterical. Han Solo cracks me up. And so it's a lot of fun. So anyway, Audible, everybody go check it out at audibletrial.com/2geeks. So there, I got that. I got it in.
If we were following the little timeline that Angie made up for us, we would have had that.
Yeah, I think we butchered it.
Sorry, Angie.
Yeah,
she's not with us today, but she was in the chat earlier. So
yeah.
All right. So with that said, make sure and follow us on Facebook. We got a pretty decent following, but I'd like to see that grow. Also, like us on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure you ring the bell to get all of our notifications when we go live and everything. You can watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, and Mike is doing a great job of we now are upped our game with YouTube thumbnails, and Mike, you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank
you.
It's
pretty cool stuff. So we're having fun with that.
Yeah, I did go back and do 4 or 5 episodes, thumbnails for 4 or 5 episodes. So at least go back and look at those. And then while you're looking at them, go give each one of those videos a thumbs up. So, because we'd like to see that grow. But you can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on Twitch. We're on Twitch also. We have a small following over on Twitch. Hi, Sage, because I know that's where
Sage Page, Contagious Punk.
And Contagious Punk. We appreciate her too. Contagious Punk is also another video gamer who's a big support of Two Geeks and a Microphone. She pushes us a lot. We thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, we would like to thank our Ko-fi subscribers. That would be Josh Wilson, Derek from the Three Geeky Dads, our own Megan, my wife Brenda, Three Geeky Dads podcast, our own Angie, Sage Page Omega, and Go for Fluffernut. We really appreciate all of you guys supporting us. And don't forget, $1 will get you in for the special event next Saturday. We're really looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun time. You guys can comment with us on the goofiness of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Okay. Anything else, Steven? Any final words? Oh, wait. Megan's got something.
I just wanted to plug Jack's stream again. He is live at the moment. If you can donate, if you can't, share the link, which I will have posted in a second. It's Tiltify.
Do the link to. We need to do the link to the YouTube so people can watch it, because that's just the Tiltify is the.
Yeah, I can get the.
Yeah, we'll get it on there.
So get both links on there.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Is that it?
I think that's it. We'll get that posted in the chat. Absolutely. So,
all right. Well, with that said, over and out. And Oh, what's a good Kevin Bacon line?
We love you, Kevin Bacon.
We love you, Kevin Bacon. We don't hate him at all. See you next time. Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,